car rental company over 100 years old just filed for bankruptcy, and why? What myth tells how taffy was created, and what does this have to do with today? What major invention did Benjamin Franklin unveil to the public over 200 years ago? And what newspaper company just did something special for those in the US who have died from COVID-19? This is 1 year ago today, and here's the video for May 23rd. Moderna vaccine test results were just released. Dr. Fauci, a head epidemiologist, said this was quite promising. Many other scientists have also commented that the outcome of this experiment helps promise a vaccine before the end of 2020. Their predictions and hopes were true. The car rental company Hertz just filed for bankruptcy. Hertz, created in 1918, has been struggling to stay open ever since the pandemic began, and lenders refused to give more money to the struggling company. They therefore filed for bankruptcy. Washington, D.C. now has the highest coronavirus positivity rate, the rate of people testing positive for the disease. The D.C. metro area has the highest in the city, 3 times more than the surrounding area. Jerry Sloan died at 78 years old. He was a Hall of Fame coach for the Utah Jazz, winning over 1,200 games. His 23 seasons with the Jazz made him the winningest coach in the franchise's history and the 3rd winningest coach in NBA history at the time of his retirement. What myth has to do with how taffy was created? Lucky Penny Day is first. Finding a penny on the ground is usually considered good luck, despite the small amount of money it's worth. The point of the day is to find a penny on the ground in public. If you find a penny on Lucky Penny Day, you may be extremely blessed. Taffy Day is next. Common lore says that in the 1880s, a Jersey Shore candy shop got flooded, soaking the shop's taffy stock with Atlantic salt water. On a lark, the owner sold the candy as saltwater taffy, making what is now taffy. Pentecost is following. It is a Christian holiday known as Whit Sunday and is Latin for 50th day. This is the 50th day of Easter. Many traditions such as being baptized today or peace dressing in red are held. Turtle Day is last on the list. They are reptiles found in many environments of the world and play an important role. For example, they dig up holes that are inhabited by other creatures and keep our beaches clean by feeding on dead fish that wash up on shores. At least acknowledge these awesome animals and you celebrated Turtle Day. What invention did Benjamin Franklin unveil over 200 years ago? In 1059, King Philip I became the King of France. He was born 7 years earlier, also today. In 1785, Benjamin Franklin announced his invention of the Bifocals, glasses helping with both distance vision and reading vision. In 1788, South Carolina became the 8th state to ratify the U.S. Constitution. In 1898, the first expedition to the Philippines was made, setting sail in San Francisco. In 1903, the first automobile trip across the United States was made. In 1980, the horror movie The Shining was released. In 2019, Indian President Narendra Modi won the election, the world's largest ever democratic election with over 600 million voters. What newspaper just did something special for those in the US who have died of COVID-19? Brazil just broke its record for the most cases in 24 hours at over 20,000 cases in that time period. On the front page of the Sunday New York Times paper, there was a list of 1,000 Americans who had died from COVID-19, or about 1% of all US deaths. And according to the Google COVID map, the world has passed the milestone of 5,000 cases.